Hello, and welcome to the pre-show. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. It is Monday. I got the nooner screen up, killing it right now. Let's just talk about how I'm killing it right now. I predicted on Saturday it would need like I don't know a handful of days uh, to reach level 70 or 80 and go. Shit's wrapped up before tomorrow. Like, no joke, 100% it's gonna get nailed, like, before my mom's birthday. So, awesome days, guys. Awesome days. Um, let me see, hold on. 2 seconds, we're back. All right. So, what is interesting is I have 90 more excellent throws. 14 more raids. So after this, I have an interview at 2. So like 2 to 3 interview. And then after that, I'm gonna go find. I don't think I can find all 14 raids today, but I need to get within 10. So I need to get like I'll go out today, uh, hit 2 parks, and then see if I can find between like 4 and 6 raids. Because then um, tomorrow morning, find 2 more, puts me at 6, and then technically I could probably remote for the rest of them. Um, and then the excellent throws are just super easy. I could probably do that in I could probably do that in 2 hours. So like realistically, before I might be able to do it today. I'm not going to because I know that's too many raids for me to drive around looking for. Boom, 89 more excellent throws. Um, this is all I got, man. uh, I just don't want to be accused of not liking Pokemon Go, man. Play hard, man. Um, my numbers will reflect that. I'm trying to think. Is there anybody in my group, my friend group? I wonder if there's a way to search it. Can you search it? Level 70? Nope. Level 70. Um, at level 70? 40? Nope. Um, I mean, they're out there. There are people who have hit. There was a chunk of time that I lost probably 2 weeks since October, in which I didn't get to play as hard as I wanted to. Um, big day though for me, man. Um, I might live stream it just because I think that'd be kind of cool. Uh, I wonder if my phone will let me play. Ooh, okay. So at some point tonight, there's a chance that you see a couple random Pokemon Go live streams in which I will try and use my see if I can do like a screen share. And you guys can watch me play. But I'll play like the last like 5 or 10 minutes of being a normie and not an elite. So, a couple of things while we're playing the pre-show. while you guys are hanging out. Oh, where did it go? Buzz. There we go. All right, so we'll turn down this for a second. Yeah, let's give you like 4 minutes of some behind the scenes real quick. Let's do this one and this one. All right, so I didn't expect him to put my last name on there, but it is what it is. It happens. Uh,
Yeah, I don't think he had any idea he was gonna make more.
but hold on, I think I have my volume still up, right? Here, let's do like that. Here we go. Here we go. We can do it like that. Okay, so maybe hold on. It's like here's what we do. Uh, oh, okay, hold on. We just do like this. Boom, boom, just like this. Uh, so Google talking Pondo, and you can see an interview.
Before he even met her and had the money to hire anybody like that. But you're right. You're right about all that.
Hold
This
on, I'm
is
in there.
the only pure movie that Kevin Smith made, I feel, because he went right to Mallrats after this. So it's like, okay, here's the budgets, and even by the time you're doing Chasing Amy, you now have your actor friends who, I mean, when you look at Clerks, it's like you're shooting this in the middle of the night. You barely knew what you were doing. It's so handmade, like you were saying. He was just putting it all out there, not worrying about it.
Chasing Amy has that.
Written movies about people that work in retail environments
that follows Kevin Smith and the Views. Two are amazing people. The vibes that you kind of get from TUSCon or TUSCon, a little bit the same when we go to Chronicon, but a little bit more like high energy, and a bunch of everybody quoting movies and just playing cosplay with Kevin Smith stuff. So, yeah, good times.
Yeah, I listen to Tell 'em Steve Dave every week. I think Cliff is like maybe a once in a while, but I'm there pretty much every week. So when I was going back over some of the Whimsy episodes, and I heard you tell the story about how you were talking to Brian Johnson when you got their phone number, I remember hearing that episode, and now I know the guy who was the person who ended up calling over there and said,
"That's
awesome.
Like,
where did you get this phone number?" And
that was pretty good. Cool.
Yeah. Small. It was totally an accident, but yeah, it was so. It was when we heard that episode, I freaked out, and I called my son, and I was like, "You have to listen to this." And then I played him the clip of it real quick, and I'm like, "That's definitely us."
I'm a big Smith fan. I think anybody who's seen Marty and I's movies would know that we're both big fans. I lived in New Jersey, went to school there, so I've been to the Stash, the original Stash, the new Stash. I've met. I have a Walt Flanagan. I bought while I was in the Stash. They were selling the weed dealer, the union cards that he should, so like you can buy a pack for like $5, right? And so I bought a couple, and he just threw like 20 in a pack, and he was just like, "Here, take them." And I was buying, I think the Widening Geyer series, and Kev had them on. He had just released them. They had them on the wall, and he signed them. So I grabbed all 6 of the series, and they're drawn by Walt. And Walt's checking me out, and I'm like, I look down at the books, go, "Walt, did you draw these?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I went, "Well, can you sign them? What the fuck, man?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I guess I should." And he starts popping them all out, and he signs them and pops them back.
So, that's talking Pondo. That was Marty from TUSCon and his friend Cliff. They're filmmakers. They have a handful of movies that they've made. They're going to come on Whimsy soon, and they're going to want Megan on their podcast. And so we're going to try and get that all arranged here probably fairly soon. Now that the super secret book project is over, there's a little bit more time to. I think I found. Put a pin in that. See you in 30 seconds. Hello and welcome to Whimsy Live. It's Nooners. Woo! Woo. How are we all doing? All right, everybody. Um, if you weren't here the last 4 minutes of the pre-show, I played a little bit of a podcast that I did back in December. No, couldn't have been December. January 3rd? Does that sound right? Marty from TuesCon. We did the panel, Megan and I, with Marty, building bridges, I think. No, it was the marketing one. So that happened. Marty reached out and I went on to talking Pondo. Pond Pondo. Pondo. Um, and the format of their show, very interesting, is I don't have a slide for it because he literally just told me 30 minutes ago. So I did not have a chance to update it. So that's why you're hearing it now. They send me 3 movies and I pick one, and then I send them 3 movies and they pick one, and then then we all watch them in our off time, and then we meet up and we discuss. Right. Um, Episode runs about 118. The link is in the description, so you guys can find it. So you can click it and it'll take you right over there. They're both very nice guys. Um, so we're gonna work on getting both of them over with us at Whimsy, and then they want Megan to go over and do their show. So um, we'll work on getting those updated soon. Because what I was saying, let's take the pin out from a minute ago. Super Secret Project is done. You might see part of that at the end of this show. But I think I realized I can only do really 2 big projects at a time. So we got 100, My Pockets 100, and then the book. So now that the book is done, I can now do Mind Pockets 100, and I can pick up, okay, getting some of these extra interviews in. I mentioned I have an interview today at 2. Can't tell you. You won't hear it for a while. And then over the next 2 weeks, I think I got like 3 or 4 more interviews that you won't hear for a couple of weeks. Putting something together. I guess to be fair, if you read between the lines and you watch the fucking Mind Pockets, you guys can probably gather what the hell is going on. We had overall good times. So, Ben has. I've recorded 3 Old Man episodes in a row. 2 of them car casts. So I don't know what you guys. Okay. To be fair, if you've listened to it, I played with some of the different settings on the recorder. I think I found the setting I like. It didn't come out all crazy like when I had the clip on mic. I think it sounded good. If there's no road noise, that was because of the settings that I picked on the recorder, and then thus most car casts won't have any of that road noise anymore because I try to keep it like authentic enough that says if it records with no road noise, then that's what you get. But if there was road noise, then you would get road noise. So, yeah, overall, pretty good. Shoot, hold on. Let me think. Yes, there are 3 Old Man episodes. And then next week, I have one more that I recorded previously, but I bumped it because I wanted to talk about my mom's birthday, and how awesome it was. Like, it was just a really cool day. So I think I officially categorized it as a near perfect day. Obviously, perfect would have been like I don't know, find $100 laying on the ground somewhere. Something like there could have been better, but for the most part, it was a pretty awesome day. So yeah, it was a lot. And then at the very beginning of the pre-show, I'm killing. So mom's birthday is sometime this week, right? And I said, I don't know if I can get to level 80 in Pokemon Go before mom's birthday, right? So like Friday, mom's birthday, and it's like I didn't think I can get there, dude. 100%. I think I can get there first thing tomorrow morning. So like it's a really decent day. Uh, Kelly and I got to hang out a little bit, which was super awesome. Um, I was able to achieve a lot of the Pokemon Go stuff while I was over there. Sophie, oh man, dude, Super Secret Project was a book, right? A journal. You'll see part of the journal later. But if you listen to the episode, Sophie absolutely had like she had the most fun with that book already, and it's only been out for like less than 12 hours, and she's so excited. I can't tell you too much of what she found because I don't want to spoil it for all of you guys. But she had a blast. I wish I took a picture of it. So, um, that's the last of your pre-show. It's Nooners. What have I been doing this week? What am I watching on TV? And then I got something to show you guys in the back end. Um, I'm gonna try to sell you something, I guess, possibly. But let's get the show started. Possibly. All right, getting to know me. All right, here's what I've been up to this week. All right, not a lot. We finished the book, so the book won't be on here, right? Because it was finished, it was done last Sunday. I went to Nikki's. Um, I forget what the name of it is, but we have the gold stickers in which we have the press to imprint like a press imprint, it's an embosser. Like you guys can spell it out all you want. I can't read it. Emboss, whatever. But yeah, it's like an imprint stamp. That's what it is. Let's call it an imprint stamp. So we put them together. Everything is ready. Um, I had to order some. Nikki had to order some. I ordered in bulk because I didn't know if I was going to get them in time for Sunday. Nikki sold 4 already. So gold seals, yes. Um, so boom, fantastic. You hear about that later. All right. So we got some. I'm working on some new bits. Right, Liam, fucking dude, this guy bust my balls. He's like, I thought you were through with the year of the video, and fucking just like straight called me out. And I was like, get off my back, man. Um, but the movies that made us is the one that I'm doing with Lasagna and Hammer, and um, what was funny was when we first started, it was just kind of this idea that we would just do a couple in between, like they'd be like CTW presents and just like a filler episode every once in a while. Um, when we first started, I think we were probably like 4 in, and I was like, "Oh man, like this is kind of like your guys' podcast, right?" I'm like, "You guys are podcasters now." And then Lasagna was like, "No, no." This week, I was like, "Hey man," I'm like, "Can I do this podcast with anybody else?" And she yelled at me. She's like, "No, cheater." So I think they're slowly uh, acknowledging that yes, they are now like semi podcasters, which is interesting because it's just this idea of like that's how easy it is to become a podcaster. You just have to have something interesting that you guys can talk about, and we've done it. 3 episodes have already come out. Those were the heated rivalry ones. They're exclusive to the Patreon right now. Um, but one of the things I was working on, something came up, and I had a new idea, and so I'm going to work on some video lo-fi animations for that particular show. Right now, when you watch any of the stuff on YouTube and or the video version on Spotify, it's literally just the thumbnail with the captions on it. So I'm working on some different ideas to maybe have like a lo-fi animation of some kind. Um, I do want to try and play with more video stuff, putting clips of the movie on the screen as we're talking about it. But I'm working on that. So we had a couple of really cool ideas. I got some pictures for some reference. So I'm going to work on that one next. Not too expensive. I think it's a lot of moving pieces on what the video might look like, but um, wildly within the budget. So we're happy about that. We want to do shorts. I want to do shorts, kind of shorters, right? So right now we've done the 6 episodes of Heated Rivalry. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know if I don't know if anybody left any comments. I haven't checked the Patreon comments in a minute. Um, it's a different. I don't know if you guys ever listened to any other movie review. I think we have a tendency to off track a little bit and then kind of focus on like we do talk about the movie, like we'll just do Heated Rivalry because it's the only samples that you guys can see right now, right? But I think what's interesting is the three different perspectives that you have with that particular show. And I think it comes across when you listen to it, and I think they're entertaining. I like having them. It gives me that place to kind of nerd out, flex my film knowledge, uh, and be a little pretentious. So what we all want to do now? Okay, so right now the idea is like we pick a movie that we liked growing up, or that kind of this movies that we like growing up. So what I want to do now is I want to do like some little shorts in which I will do favorite movie scenes. And what we would do on that one is we would record because that one I think I could do the video more of, right? Because I wouldn't have to play the scene with no audio and be like, like Willy Wonka. I'm like, oh, I love the scene of Willy Wonka walking out when they first get to the chocolate factory, right? So I could play that whole clip, like it's like 2.5 minutes maybe. I could play that up top as we're discussing it and kind of loop it a little bit, add a little bit more visuals to it, and then they would pick one each, and then we would talk, and then we'd be done in like half hour. But then I can also cut those up into three 10-minute videos. So um, the year of the video might not be so much of like the like movie video. I think it's just more visuals. I think is where I've backslid to is I'm going to work on more visual content. Lim and I do have this idea that we want to recreate some scenes. Um, we fell in love with this a couple of weeks ago. I ran it by Lasagna and Hammer, and they absolutely loved it. Um, Liam and I talked about it a little bit yesterday, so I'm going to see what we can do to start getting some of those recorded. I did pull, um, so I found a site that lets me pull like full scripts of movies, so that way I can just pull out the scene that he wants, and then we can rewrite um, the script to make it ours or to whimsify it a little bit. Um, so yeah, movies that made us. Those are gonna start going out a little bit more, even if it's just the audio version right now. But I do want to start playing with some of the visuals aspects of it. But um, I think there's like 12 of them that you guys have not seen, and I'm gonna start putting those ones out shortly. I think once a month or twice a month. I think. Um, which would mean I need to get my newsletter up and running so you know what episodes are happening when. So we'll figure that out later. But yeah, so there's some extra project stuff I'm working on. Is I'm trying to expand the movies that made us a little bit. I hope you guys enjoy them. I think there's an opportunity for you guys to suggest movies that maybe we haven't seen that we can watch. Um, Even though it's kind of theirs, I think it does allow us the opportunity to bring others in, or I can go um, like do one with somebody and like I did get the okay that guests can be on with us. um, yeah, overall pretty good. A lot of fun. I record those typically on Saturdays, so like, most of them are all edited, like for the basics. So I'm going to attempt to start playing with how do I make it more visually. I guess, okay, here's the idea. Okay, ready? Right now, they are just podcasts. The idea is to take that same podcast, add the visuals to give it the video essay look to it. And I think that's where I'm at. I don't think it's too hard. I just have to find all the clips. Um, they're like 45 minutes to an hour. So I just have to find all the spots where I got to put clips in. Like, it's not that hard. It's just semi time consuming, and I need the raw movie data. So that's the one problem I'm going to run into. But those are fun. I hope you guys enjoy those. So I'll let you know when those officially start coming out. Then I'm doing some Mind Pocket work. Okay. So we got Mind Pockets 100 coming up on the 7th. If you don't know if you don't know when that is March 7th. Uh, this is a joke from earlier, man. That's the funniest thing. It's that's a joke that I get like when she just looks at me and was like, "You're just a shithead." Um, so I'm also looking to get uh, some new video lo-fi animation happening for it. Um, I'm ironing out, so just some clarification. Starting next week at the end of the show, what I'll do is play just a week's of Mind Pockets, right? No explanation or discussion, just the Mind Pocket. They're like probably like 7 minutes long. Just so because there's the idea that I'm just going to play all 1,000 Mind Pockets in a row. So they're like, how is that going to, like, part of it was like, there's like, what do you mean there's going to be a 15-hour live stream? I am not suggesting in any way that Mom, Grandma Kelly, fucking anybody watches all 15 hours of it. But I do want to show you guys, I want to play little clips, like a week's worth, to kind of give you like a taste of what would happen on the day that we play um, that long 15-hour stream. Um, where it's just like you come in wherever you want, and then you can just kind of just enjoy um, just the glimpse inside my head at that particular time and kind of just write it out. Like maybe you see hang out and sit for 15 or 20 minutes. Like if you can sit for 15 minutes, you'll go through 2 weeks worth. You can easily get 2 weeks worth um, of mind pockets. So you can. It's interesting to see how they stack up next to each other individually and week to week. You can follow probably the car saga. I'm sure there was a couple of mind pockets that fucking hit that multiple times. Um, and then part of me likes the idea that you hear that one mind pocket that is like your favorite, and you're like, oh my god, I remember when Ben lost his mind on that one. So I'm working on some video of that because I need 15 hours. I need to keep your attention for 15 hours. That's where I'm trying to get at on that one. Is if I have a 15-hour live stream, you're like, what's on screen. So I'm going to try and put that together, start showing you guys a little bits and pieces of that, what that looks like. I do have some special guests. So Mind Pockets 100, which will be that Saturday the 7th, we'll have the normal 10 and then a special additional Mind Pockets. And those will be from special guests. Um, I think if you pay attention, I've already announced that Vinny will technically be one of them. I think we would assume that Courtney would come on in place, and she's already done them a couple times. Here's what's interesting. Do you know how many Mind Pockets Courtney has actually done? Oh, my backpack. She did a lot, to be fair. And like the number of episodes that she was on for Mind Pockets, like it was like, I mean, it's not a lot, but it's more than I thought it was. I thought it was just like 5 across 2 episodes. No, it's more than 5 and more than 2 episodes. So, um, Um, there's 2 for sure that I probably will wait until way closer to announce. They're like fucking think about who would be like cool and like probably never, and like I might have gotten one or two of them. So we got special guests. I want to do some giveaway stuff, so I'm working on. I got the buttons. Um, I'm working on a couple people to see if I can get some extra like fucking merch and stuff. And then the long. Let's do. All right, we got a month left. The long 15-hour one is the lost episode. Okay, so uh, I'll explain why that is titled that, but the lost episode is the biggest one, right? That's the 15-hour. Okay, so can I get some stuff from our special guests? Can I make some stuff? And then during the lost episode and 99, what will happen is there'll be like raffles or trivia questions or like email me this first and you win. So I'm putting those together. I got a little bit of time to finalize what all of those gifts look like. Some of it will be merch. Some might be signed merch, and or original art merch. So we'll see what happens there. And then also this week I did find the last of the missing mind pockets that I was missing. We knew that 20 to 40 were missing. I found those. I formatted all those to where I need them. Now I just have to convert those into audio. And then I found all of Courtney's. And so now I have to put Courtney's in place of where hers are. Ooh. I wonder if they're already in. So when I make a Mind Pockets episode every week, there's a folder that says Mind Pockets 95, and all the Mind Pockets go in there. In theory, I should have I just don't remember how I kept Courtney's. So anyway, um, so yeah, we're doing cool stuff with Mind Pockets. We're coming up on a month, like legit a month. We got 4 more episodes. The lost episode 100. 6, 7, 8, 9 lost. It's gonna be fun. Uh, I'm excited, man. Here's what something this is Mind Pockets that you'll hear again on Saturday. 100 episodes of Mind Pockets, 52 weeks in a year. Couple ones that I had to skip because we were at a con or something. No joke. Like, how silly am I? That episode 100 would be like the 2-year anniversary. Like, I never put that together. I'm like, oh, 100. Ooh. No, it's the fucking anniversary show, man. It just happened to work out that I don't skip a lot of Mind Pockets. So, oh shit, that is genius. Dude, this is like, oh, I didn't plan it 100% this way. I have been planning some kind of big event for 50 weeks. So, like, it's interesting, man. This is going to be amazing. I'm going to have so much fun with this. So, but we're going to be giving out a I'm going to try to give out a bunch of stuff. I'm going to try to increase um, the Patreon numbers. I'm going to add some value to the $4 tier. Um, we got the exclusive content, which is like, will help too. Um, we got some ideas. But that's all I've been working on this week. Regular work stuff. The other job kind of sucked. You heard the Mind Pocket last on Saturday. Number 10, like work kind of blows, but it is what it is. And I focus on the cool stuff. So, yeah, that's all I did this week. A lot of podcast stuff.
Get ready to meet your new favorite storyteller. Introducing the brand new podcast, Storytime with Mr. C. For most of his life, Mr. C has found pure joy in sharing tales with friends, family, students, even strangers. Now, he's bringing that lifelong passion directly to your ears. On Storytime with Mr. C, you'll join him as he digs up forgotten classics, hopefully creates some wonderful new ones, convinces a few special guests to share their incredible experiences, and takes us all back to the very beginning of what makes a great story. Find Storytime with Mr. C today on Spotify. Prepare to be amazed, entertained. It's more than just a podcast. It's an invitation to simply hang out, connect, and remember the simple pleasure of a well-told story.
And it's the Peek Watch. All right. What have I been watching this week? I mentioned last week I need like a palate cleanser. I did find one, but we just ended a bunch of stuff and then a bunch of stuff started. Rarely do I ever hit the same show twice. Sometimes I'll hit it as, hey, this is starting, and hey, the ending was amazing. But typically, we don't see it. So um, there's just a lot to watch, and kind of just like sometimes there's some stuff's not worth like telling you about. Like I watched Kevin James and Christina Ricci. They have a movie on Amazon called Guns Up. I enjoyed it. It was fun, but it's not one of those where I'm like, oh, you guys must watch this. Check it out though. It was a little bit cute. They're both like enforcers and like John Wick types. But this week, here's what I've watched. Right, this show, um, Brett Bert Kreischer. He's the guy who takes his shirt off. He had a mafia joke that he turned into a small movie called The Machine. The the joke was The Machine. The movie that they made was called The Machine. But Kreischer, you know who he is. Okay, this show is maybe okay. The reason why it's on here is it's 6 episodes, super easy. They're like fucking 35 minutes each. He plays himself as a comedian, right? So it opens up with him doing a birthday party for Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe's like, cute, like, take off your shirt again, right? Because that's his bit, right? And he's like, oh. So then he's like, am I more than just the guy who takes his shirt off? So he wants to try to go like a little bit more like legit. But the little girl in the middle, right? 100% steals the show. And the only reason why this is on here is because I absolutely loved her character. Watch the first 2 episodes. She's got like 4 or 5 lines on each episode. Breakout. I have no other IMDb posts for her. I don't even know what her fucking name is. Um, Dude, she's the breakout of this show. The show was kind of cute. It was fine. It was a lot of family. So if you're like, how does a big buffoonish dad um, support his family? Uh, it's it's a decent. It's not unwatchable. Okay. Um, like I said, 6 episodes, maybe 40 minutes each. You could finish it in a half a day, in like a bullshit weekend, right? You got, oh, I got nothing else to do. You could 100% do it. It's not bad. I don't think there's anything. There's nothing raunchy or over the top. Uh, but I think it's funny. I think it was good. It did spend some time on the top of the Netflix list, so check it out. Only if not anything for that little girl, man. She's the best. Uh, so here's what's funny. I told you, I'm like, oh, I don't need to tell you about Guns Up because it's not that great of a movie. I don't even know if this movie's that great. For whatever reason, everybody in the grandmother seems to be loving this movie on Prime right now with the Wrecking Crew. That's Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa. They play brothers trying to solve the who murdered their dad. Uh, Jason Momoa is a fucking like he's hilarious in this. A lot of good physical comedy, as well as some of the dialogue jokes back and forth is kind of fun. Um, I don't know. I liked it. It was fine. But yeah, man, the internet right now is very much enjoying this one, so I just threw it up here. I did watch it, but this was also my segue into I'll watch Guns Up because um, It's not a bad, like, this story was slightly better, I guess, but this would be a palate cleanser, right? I'm like, I just need something dumb and fun. Nailed it. All right. So to get a full cleanse for my palate, okay, I lost a day and a half to this guy, Orange River. Are you kidding me? So he does uh, retrospectives. Typically, he does a lot of retrospectives of like sci-fi movies and TV shows. The one where he really broke out was when he did a retrospective of seasons 1, 2 of Star Trek Next Generation. Um, he's funny. I like him. Um, but this kind of goes into like this idea of like, where does this show go? What else? What can I do if I want to do more video or more visuals? Good example. I don't know how he can get monetized with some of the stuff because, ooh, that's why he does it. All right. Anyway, so I'll come back to that. He has like some really fun takes on a bunch of different franchises, different shows within the Star Trek universe. But dude, I fell down this thing like hard. I probably watched 20 hours across a couple of days. A lot of background stuff. So, doing dishes, because I do dishes frequently. But yeah, just a little working on stuff. I'll play them in the background. I don't know, but if you guys like Star Trek and you want some retrospectives on any of the series, um, the mythology, the in universe stuff, check him out. It's a fun. He's fun. I like him. He's still creating stuff today or like recent. But he has stuff that goes all the way back like 5 years, 6 years. So he's an example of something. Hold on. Can I do this? Like, is this a real thing? Hold on. Um, stand by. Stand by. Uh, Orange River. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. All right, so here. So like he does like Lower Deck, which is the animated series in Star Trek. Um, but he goes into some deep dives on the origins of the Q. I think Kari would absolutely enjoy this. To be fair, um, but for like here's his.
To Oliver, eating here.
We'll just mute that for a second. Hold on. That's an ad. It's a 15 seconds, so I won't let me skip it. But oh, there's another ad. Hold on, 2 15 seconds. Uh, boom, skip. Okay. But
Powerful species in the Star Trek universe. First introduced in the Next Generation pilot Encounter at Farpoint, the Q possess seemingly godlike powers. Q have been shown manipulating the laws of time and space, creating grand illusions that are indistinguishable from reality, and testing the limits of human creativity and human patience. The Q hail from a dimension known as the Q Continuum. But what are their true origins? Did they evolve from a familiar humanoid form like so many other aliens in Star Trek? How do their near-omnipotent abilities actually work? And what are their limits? And finally, what are the Q's true plans for humanity? Those are all questions I intend to answer in today's video. So buckle up. We're talking about the Q.
I like him. I really do. Check him out. Fucking Orange River. I didn't realize he is funny. He's got some fucking jokes. He goes deep dive on some things. But what is important is what he was able like a very a format, right? Which okay, if I do movies that made us, is basically what he's doing. Is this TV shows that that made us. So we start every episode with here's the movie, here's why we like it, right? Boom, and we can discuss. But he had multiple clips, so I don't think any clip lasted longer than like 2.5 seconds. Um, but when I look for my palette cleanse and I look for different content creators, um, I kind of look and see how they do it, um, how much of it they're doing. Most of the time when you watch this, very rarely do you ever get the actual dialogue from the episode, but he just shows different clips and he'll actually read what the dialogue was. So that way he's not getting copyrighted on the voice stuff. And then because the clips are too fast, maybe he's getting away. Um, if you do the videos short, it's fair game under fair use. Is my understanding of how fair use works. I think once you start getting into the dialogue, some of that stuff, and you get longer into, that's when you start seeing me get shut down. So we'll see. He's a cool guy. Mom, tell Kari about this guy. I think Kari could enjoy this guy. I enjoy him. Hammer, I'm gonna let Hammer know because Hammer likes. He's a Trekkie. So yeah. Okay. Shrinking is an adorable little show from the creators of Ted Lasso. So Ted Lasso ends, and we're like, oh man, we want more Ted Lasso. And then like, no, we're gonna give you Shrinking instead. Okay, same people. Most of the writers from Ted Lasso come over to Shrinking. That's Harrison Ford and Jason Segel. The chick that played in the Drew Carey show. Sorry, I don't know names. Um, the guy that was Marcy's husband in Children. Um, Married with Children. Um, and then, yeah, so we're having a blast with the show, right? Uh, maybe they're therapists and they're trying to help people. Jason Segel's wife died in a car accident. He's struggling. He's falling all over the place, and he's got a daughter. Fun ensues, right? But season 3 just started. Um, it's like 80% like fun, witty, and then there's like a 10 or 20% where it gets a little bit emotional, but it kind of like helps elevate the character a little bit. I want to tell you everything that happened in episode 1 of season 3, but I'm not going to. All I know is it was amazing. I haven't been surprised at a TV show in a while, and it absolutely blew me away. Fucking loved it. Um, so, like I said, there's only 20 episodes that you have to watch, and they're like fucking maybe an hour long. Some a little bit lower. I think there are a lot of like 45, 52s. I don't think you see a lot of full hours. Um, I'd say it's worth picking up. Um, it's not. It's Michael J. Fox is in the show this year. Michael J. Fox has Parkinson's in real life. Harrison Ford is playing a character who has Parkinson's, so now it's going to be interesting to see these two people interact. It's awesome to see Michael J. Fox on screen again. And then I think we're going to see Emmy work for both Harrison Ford and Michael J. Fox. I'm already pointing at the fences. They're going to win some awards this year. Probably on the acting side, it doesn't really win anything for the show itself side, but I bet you we're going to get some comedy nominations all over for this thing. So, um, I don't have a slide for it. I talked about it at the very beginning. Talking Pondo, Pondo. Marty, Cliff, Marty, we met over at TucsCon. I did an episode of their podcast. Check them out. Google it. It's right there on top. Take a listen to it. It's like an hour and 18. But it was fun. We talked about 2 different movies, Say Anything and Clerks. I got to know them a little bit. They got to know me a little bit. So take a look at if you can't watch something, you want to listen to it. Yeah, I'm branching out to other podcasts. How cool is that? Anyway, but yeah, that's all I've been watching. not too much else. Obviously, the pit is doing fine. Um, Shifting Gears is doing okay. Doc is good, but it's good, but a little draggy, but not too draggy. Like they're Doc is good. They're setting up all the pieces so that way when you get toward the end of the season, you can go like hard on the last two or three. Similar to how they ended it in the first half of this season with the chick and her brother. So, um, what else is there? Mr. Beast is doing okay, I guess. Not as exciting as I thought it was, like especially not like last year's. Um, but hey, shrinking for the like just it's on Apple TV. So if you don't have Apple TV, never mind. Like you'll never see it, but it's worth watching. This one's my pick for the week right now, only because that episode was so good. I bet you here's you could do this, okay? You could watch. I bet you somebody should do this real quick for me, okay? Watch just the one episode. There's enough context clues that will let you watch the episode and totally follow it along and appreciate what happens. I think there's enough of that because it's the first episode's like an hour 5, hour 10 maybe. There's enough that you could probably do as a standalone and get right into season 3. I think what happens is you'll watch it, you'll get hooked, but I think you'll still fully understand my excitement for shrinking. So take a look at it. Maybe?
Pull up a chair for passionate film talk. We're thrilled to announce CineAmigos, the exciting new podcast that's about to become your go-to for all things film. Join host Pablo and his friend as they embark on an in-depth journey through their most beloved movies. Each episode is a lively conversation filled with unique perspectives, insightful analysis, and an undeniable love for cinema. If you're ready to deep dive beyond the surface and hear fresh takes on classic and contemporary films, CineAmigos is your perfect listening companion.
Oh, I'm not distracted. Yeah, I'm not distracted. Leave me alone. Okay. So the big super secret project, okay, was being Whimsy, a guide, a guided creative journal. I couldn't read that. Nikki came up with the title. Okay. So this is the cover and the back cover. Okay. Most of it. I think this is an early draft of. There was an episode Mother's Day, right? That I drew inspiration from. Somehow I found a couple of weeks ago. I found a Wreck-It journal um, when I was at Five and Below, and I was like, "Oh my god, how cool would it be if I made one?" And then I was like, like what's interesting about it was it all kind of just like it fell into place. Like I think about a lot of the old episodes, and I'm like, "Oh, what can I do based off of things that we've done before or I've heard of?" Like a nice like callback, and then like the universe shows me this fucking book, and then I'm like, "Oh, I can make one." And then I'm like, "How do I connect the two?" And then I found the connecting tissues. Um, I told Nikki. Nikki was like, "Fucking hey, let's do it." Okay, so on Amazon you can find it right now. You could buy your own fucking book. Okay, boom, perfect. Or you can email me. I can fucking send you one. If you order from me directly, you will have the gold sticker on it. If you order from Amazon, you don't get the gold sticker. So I don't know what that means to anybody, but the gold sticker just makes it more authentic. Like it's the same book. They're the same book. One just has a sticker, one doesn't. Okay, so here's what I'm going to show you guys a little bit today is what this fucking thing looks like. Okay. Does this work correctly like this? Hold on. Cancel. Did I do this right? Here we go. Okay. All right, so here's the book. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys just a little bit of this is like 3 before the final. Like this is like the 12th edition. So what's super fun about it is was putting it together, right? Um, it's definitely a co-op project between me and Nikki. Uh, one, it it's it's creative, it's centered, um, and she has like the clip art that matches the prompt, right? So that's all. Like Nikki, right, is fucking brilliant in that aspect, right? She helped come up with some of the prompts. Some of the obscure ones. Okay, so here's this. You can tell which ones are Ben and which ones are Nikki. All right. Obviously, John Gnome. Boom. That's one of mine. Um, but like Nikki on the yearbook page, she added some of these little extra, little hidden tasks. Um, I like most of the other Wreck-It journals that I was looking at in comparison, you fucking wreck that book. Like you fuck it up. That's all you do is you cut it out, you burn it, you tape it back together. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't necessarily need to go that far yet. So I wanted to make sure that there's some cut, but with purpose. So I like to pass the note. Some of it is also kind of a would kids understand it? Like, remember back in the day when you were in school, you'd have a piece of paper and you're like, hey, uh, Kelly, will you sit with me at lunch? And I'd fold it up and hand it to somebody and they'd pass it around and she'd check yes, no, maybe. So I'm curious, like, one, if kids will do it, because right now a lot of adults have it, which I think is fucking brilliant. Uh, um, but yeah, it's just fun. There's some collaboration. There's a lot of um, just different ideas, right? Grandma has one now too. I made sure she got one. The colors, just for some behind the scenes stuff, the colors indicated that they were side by sides or front and back, right? Because like if you open the book, right? So you have one book, the yearbook page or the birthday card, you need both the left and right page be the same birthday card and not the front. So it took me a minute to make sure I organized everything because it was messy. Because obviously the page numbers don't match that page number because there's a cover and a title page. So dude, it's so confusing. But that's why you got all the colors. Um, Dude, this was fun putting together. I really do think Nikki enjoyed it. I think she did a really good job. Like this stupid book, this one here, where you have the fucking page that's written backwards, like that's all me. Um, I threw in a bunch of like, um, there's some code breaking in the book. All right, so like it's not hardcore in your face with it. It's like real low key. I bet JJ could probably handle it because he went deep diving on like Gravity Falls, so he knows what kind of clues to look for um, without even knowing that he was supposed to be looking for them. So um, there's a super secret website that you have to find and then go to, um, which will be interesting. Kelly's a cheater. That's all I'm going to say with that because she's just like, I know it. I'm like, you don't know what number it is. She's like, I can figure it out. And I'm like, no, you can't. And then she told me, and I'm like, she could. Um, but we didn't want to make it impossible. But it is interesting to see if anybody does use the code breaking and decoder stuff. Not like the legit decoder here on the back page. Like we went with a straight decoder. But if you were going to use the book clues to solve this stuff, I think would be interesting. Um, this page here is the sticker page, right? Dude, Sophie lost her mind. She heard sticker page, stickers coming out of fucking everywhere. No joke, 68 stickers on this book, on this page. And she's cute enough to be like, keep it on the page. Go back and listen to my episode from this morning, dude. She's like the coolest person with stickers, man. Um, when I look, what's interesting is this is brand new. Like it's literally been out for fucking 24 hours. I gave this thing to my mom at 1 o'clock. No, it was probably like 12 because we were there at 11. Anyway, what's interesting is like mid-year or even next year to hear people in their experience with the book. I think will be interesting. Because I see sticker page, I'm like, cool, I'm just gonna put fucking some cool stickers on this thing. No, no. Sophie, every sticker was part of a story. And the idea is super cool that when I look at her sticker page a year from now, I'm like, I know what story it was and I know what happened. Um, Llama had a birthday party and who was invited and what did they eat. Like I have all of that on the page. So it's interesting to see her take on it versus like my simple ass fucking idea of it. Um, there's a handful of like hidden things on there. I think you guys will find most of them. There's a checklist where I just flat out tell you some of the things that I hid across the book. Um, if anybody ever gets a hold of Kelly's book, um, still her lucky number. That's all I'm saying. Still, trade her lucky number, get the book, figure out what the hell that means. Because she straight would not let me look at her book yesterday. I was gonna try to steal her number. She was like, "No, fuck you." Um, but it's I think by design, it should take you about a year to do. I'm not asking anybody to fill it out in the week. I think there's just enough stuff where you could probably find something cool to do every week with it. Like maybe like mom goes out and goes to the movies and she gets the ticket stub and she's like, I got put like Kelly and Megan go to the movies all the time. Like the idea that they probably buy their tickets digitally to be like, hey man, can I get a physical copy of my ticket so I can put it in my stupid book? Um, there's some drawing, there's some collaboration stuff in here. Um, Mom was tasked to give away uh, 4 extra books, so I think she gave away one for sure, 2 for sure. So I'm curious to see who else gets them. Nikki said she sold 4. All you Patreon people, here we go. That's what I'm trying to get at. All you Patreon people, you'll get one. January, March, okay, February, March is the third gnome. May will be the book. So what's going to happen is for the majority of you, when I send you your March, I'll also send you the book. I'm not going to make you wait 2 months, so you're not going to get anything in May. Just FYI. But the handful of you that are in the gift here, you guys will have yours in about a month, just so I can put everything together. Okay. I'm thinking what I want to try and do is, um, I do enjoy the book. I do think it's very whimsy, right? Considering on how to implement this into the $4 tier, so that way every year the $4 tier people can get a copy of the book. There's not a lot that they're going to get because it's not the gift tier, but I do think I don't know, like you have to be on it for 6 months and then I send you the book, maybe something like that. But I'm working on that. So, all you 10 doesn't affect you. All you 4s, you might get one for just being a 4 tier. All you free people, upgrade to the 4, and I'll work on getting you your book. Is basically how all that works. So, overall, man, this is a cute little book. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys have fun doing it. Um, you can't have as much fun as like Sophia, but somewhere throughout we'll figure out a way to communicate your pictures or some prompts. We'll try and Patreon, I guess we could do that. We can start a Whimsy journal page So if you guys do want to jump in and be like, this is like I found a clue, or if you guys want to help each other figure out where the clues are, we can maybe do something like that. But I don't know. It's very there's nothing hard in it. Uh, Megan was like, "Fuck it, I don't like drawing." I'm like, "You don't have to like be good at it." Like, I just think it's interesting the idea to see what people come up with because there's some fun stuff in here. So I'm excited to see what my mom's looks like. I'm excited to see what grandma's looks like. Rhiannon's like I'm not like to be fair, I'm excited for everybody's. I do got to figure out how to get everybody's. Hold on, I got to figure out what pages are which. I don't have a copy of the book on me. Oh, where was it? Anyway, cool book. Inspired by my mom. So if you guys like it, you got to thank her for it because she's like probably like the most whimsy person next to like the Sophia. I mean, everybody's pretty whimsy, right? But if you wanted to go just a little bit next level, like to be fair, mom got the fucking whimsy award last year, so obviously she's fucking up there. Um, so it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to start filling mine out. I think Kelly and I are gonna make sure that Sophie gets hers finished. Um, Kelly is a hidden. She likes to draw. She's good at drawing. So fuck her. She's gonna be like, I'm not good at drawing. She is. I'm looking at doing all kinds of weird stuff with mine. I'm gonna go a little bit more abstract on some of my shit. It's gonna be amazing. So, if you guys like the idea of the said book, reach out. Let me know. I'll figure out how to get you guys a copy. Because it's a pretty cool book. It's gonna take you a year to finish it. You know what's really funny? Here's the funniest thing. If you get this for somebody for their birthday, FYI, remember Paige? Hi, Violet. Um, just remember that. Okay, say you give it to your mom, right? So you're like, hey, here you go, mom, for your birthday. Like page 39 is a birthday card page in which you should make everybody sign that fucking book that day you give it to your mom for her birthday. Because now if you don't, your mom might be stuck with with 2 blank pages for a full year because she only has one birthday per year. That's it. I think that's all I got for you guys. Boom, we're right at fucking 12 minutes or an
Tired of
hour.
the same old predictable podcasts? Dive headfirst into the wonderfully weird world of Mind Pockets. Ever wonder what goes on inside the mind of a slightly off-kilter individual? Join host Ben as he unlocks the chaotic collection of thoughts, ideas, and random musings he's captured throughout the week. Each week, Ben unleashes the Mind Pockets, a playback of the week's most bizarre and brilliant internal monologues. He'll react, analyze, and unravel the madness, giving you a front-row seat to the unpredictable landscape of his brain. Get ready to explore the uncharted territories of Ben's mind. Mind Pockets every Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on the Chasing the Whimsy YouTube channel.
Patreon people, this 100% within the month, we're going to 2-page this thing. One of the ideas is if I can increase the value of the $4 tier, I can start raffling off or gifting away that tier. Maybe take some donations if somebody wants. Like every once in a while, like telling Steve Dave, like they get somebody who's like every once in a while was like, I bought extra of the digital episode. Can you gift it to somebody? So like there might be opportunities for something like that. I did take down the gift card gifts on the back end on the Patreon, but this number is going to grow. I'm excited to see it grow. But Andy, Nikki, your family, Megan, your family, Joyce, Ann, Enderfrog, AC1, Gooster, Violet, Kit, Lasagna Hammer, and Vinny S. Thank you guys for signing up for the Patreon. Helps out a lot. It's so here's what I was when I was talking about Orange River. Here's where I have to start pushing the Patreon more. Is if you guys want more video or visual content, and I have to start using more clips of movies or things, those shows can't be monetized. So it's like that's because I was thinking about it, right? Some of these other content creators, they're like they push so hard on the Patreon stuff, and I'm like, I guess, but then I'm like, oh shit, like they need to because so basically here's what it's going to say: continue to support and become a supporter to tell me that you want more shit that probably won't get monetized. But it also lets me make books. I'm waiting for the day where Nikki's like, I need to start getting paid for all this. Good thing she never listens to this. She does get free copies of stuff sometimes. Except for it's a Patreon gift now, so she's already a Patreon member. So let's take everybody. I'm gonna figure out how to shove Patreon down your throats over the next 4 weeks. Um, so starting Saturday, I'm gonna lean in hard on it. We'll see. That's all. That's it. 1 o'clock. I got a 2 o'clock interview, so I'm gonna go get something to eat real quick. I'm gonna probably turn on the air fryer. Boom, air fryer reference. I love that fucking air fryer. I'm gonna try pork, and I'm gonna try to like pay attention to mind pockets. I do have a piece of meat. I've researched a little bit. I've Googled it. Right, I got my temperatures and my time. I do need a meat thermometer though, because if I'm going to lean so hard into this fucking thing, I should probably make sure like it's cooked all the way through instead of just adding 2 more minutes to every recipe. Because like, some of you probably didn't catch all of that, but Kelly 100% was like, "Oh no, he 100% does that. 100%." She's like, "I can see this guy being like, I don't know if the temperatures are right. Just keep it in for 2 more minutes." Oh my god, that's hilarious. All right, that's all I got for you guys. You guys have a good week. Happy birthday to my mom later this week. Um, Ender Frog, happy birthday. Um, Super Bowl's coming up. Don't know what that means. I'm not doing anything. Not that I know of. Um, yeah, we're having a good time. Um, we have one more show before we get into the update of whether or not, because I got a big interview next Wednesday. So hopefully I got some good news coming up for you guys for that one. That's it. All right. You guys have a good night. See you on Saturday. Mind Pockets 96. We're so close. So close. Whimsy.